Yo, Zed Race community, welcome back. As I said, I'm going to be documenting both the ups and downs of my Zed Racing journey. So here we are today with two downs. I'm going to walk through my thinking and why I selected these two horses when I bought them and how we got to thinking that one is surely a donkey and the other one is pretty much a donkey. And again, thank you so much for the new subscriptions, the likes, the comments. Your support is greatly appreciated and very, very encouraging. So here we go. All right, so our first donkey happened to be our third purchase. As I said in my previous videos, I believe I got lucky with the first two choices, and beginner's luck is the best luck. When it came to our third choice, I thought I was doing better. I thought I had a more understanding and a better theory. I was still trying to go along with the idea of my first breed to be a purebred Buterin. And since I had so much luck with Yo Adrian and her being a purebred, I was going to stick with that. So I went to the market and I found here a nice unnamed foal, a Buterin exclusive coral wave, which is a rare, and at the time 042, which I thought was pretty good. So here's the lineage for Yo Daddy. As you can see, not very deep. And that is what I was thinking. I wanted to be, at the time, I thought that I wanted to be as close to Genesis as possible with reasonably proven Genesis racers. As you can see, Funko Junko here, 12.5 winning percent. Z9 Genesis, a Z9 Genesis with a 20% win, and a Z9 Genesis with an 8.3% win. Leading into Fast Eddie and Red Poison here, which were Red Poison was untested and Fast Eddie was a 9.7 on the track, at least give or take. The other thing Yo Daddy had going for him was that Fast Eddie had no children, but Red Poison had already made the Bricklayer SC and had a 10.71% winning rate. So based on my thinking here, Yo Daddy was a reasonable choice. Now, as it turns out, really not too good. He stole a win somehow, which I think was a fluke, and has one other third place finish out of 35 races. Generally speaking, he likes 10th place quite a bit and hasn't done much of anything. Looking at the speed analysis here, pretty much junk. Every other site's going to show the same thing, okay? So as a takeaway there, what I learned was a few things. If I'm going to go closer to Genesis, I want to be a lower number Genesis. Z9 Genesis is fine, I guess, but hey, what the heck, if we're going to try again in that same idea and theory, let's go a little bit lower, under Z3 with proven runners up there. The other thing we learned was that just because one child is already come out doesn't mean the other one is going to. Now, of course, we're going to see that throughout the charts. Sometimes you see good children, sometimes you don't. And what you're looking for and hoping for is more consistently good children. But to be able to duplicate children is extremely difficult, and there's a lot of better YouTube channels going over all the reasons and all the statistics. I don't have that. They do. It's really, really hard right now to breed and understand what to expect with breeding right now. So again, my thoughts, my theories came up lame. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily wrong. It doesn't mean that they're right, obviously. And live and learn. There we go. Do I expect to get my monies back for Yo Daddy? Not anytime soon. I'm only running them in free races, obviously. We may enter them in some donkey tournaments if we buy a pass or a token to it, or have one show up, win one somehow, and or otherwise he's going to sit on the bench for a while and hope that the game does some changes, that somewhere he'll be able to find a place to run or somehow to become useful. It's just the way it goes. Scratch off, loser. So my next donkey is that hippie chick. Now, she is still pretty fun to run. I still have hope for her. although it's fleeting fast. Okay, I paid 0.45 ETH, another Buterin Cross Philly Z30. The few reasons that I bought her were, one, the price was pretty good at the time for the statistics that I was looking at and where the floor price was. Second reason was I really wanted another female in my stable so I can move forward with breeding. The third reason is the way the stamina was implemented. I had time on my hands and no horses to run, and all I wanted to do was be on the track. So I FOMO'd into another horse. And the biggest reason, well, maybe that was the biggest reason, but the reason that I chose this horse, the biggest reason was after seeing Yo Daddy not prove the whole lineage passing down and that, I was like, hey, next idea, let's try to do a combination, mixed blood, Buterin, knock, and let's get a whole bunch of really proven historical information and lineage out of the knock side. So that led me to looking at this, what I believed was a beautiful lineage. First of all, you can see down here, here's the Hippie chick, and the father here, nice and short, 2 Z10 Genesis Buterin into a Z20 Legendary Buterin. He has 12.5% win rate, and it was a reasonable stats. Both the parents with 9+% win rates. So the Genesis father, the Buterin father side looked fine. Then when you look over here, this is a bare knuckle beauty. Now, had one other child, but doesn't really compare since it's a Z18 cross Nakamoto. 7% win rate, looks like a pretty reasonable racer. But look how deep this was, right? We had inbreeding going on here from a Z1 Genesis named Billions with 17% win rate. Prophecy in here, was breeding children all over the place with all these win rates, right? All through this is just deep. Z1 Genesis Nakamoto, Z3 Legendaries, Z2 Genesis, Z1, Z3, Z2, Z6, Z1, Z3. It's the Z4 to come. So I was just seeing all this and I'm like, you know what? Let's hope for a chance and a probability to something to bounce down and we get a super quick oddball Buterin out of it. So as you can see here now, after 30 races, still no wins and still no heat. Clunk. That said, got a couple places, couple shows. So, mostly at the bottom of the pack here, slowly but surely trying to win her money back. And yeah, only running free races. It's pointless to invest more money in her at this point. Even in the 250 races, literally just pointless. So she is most likely going to be going to the donkey races. Keep in mind, there's still like a little bit of a shot I can squeeze into here and find something, but considering that 019 there, not too good. Not too good. So, hey, you win some, you lose some. So there you have it, folks. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. And that's the fun of an unnamed, unraced horse. Do the best logic planning you can and roll the dice. Hopefully, you don't lose too much money. You keep your investment short. Again, as always, this is just feedback. This is for me to document where I went right and wrong. None of this is financial advice. Play the game however you wish. Please don't play outside your means. And have a great time, folks. Love you. See you on the track again soon. Thank you for all your support. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I love y'all. Peace.